Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief Headlines Edition, all the daily AI news you need in around 5 minutes. Today we are going to rip through a set of stories as the main episode is a little bit longer than usual. We kick it off with a story from Salesforce. Now, Salesforce is pushing the agent story more than any other company out there. You might have heard CEO Marc Benioff absolutely positively screaming about the fact that the assistant era of AI has been a big letdown, because of course it's really and was always really about agents all along. The news today is that Salesforce is hiring 1,000 people to push their new AI agent platform. Benioff said that the hiring surge is aimed at making the most of the amazing momentum of their new product, adding, "AgentForce became available just 2 weeks ago, and we're already hearing incredible feedback from our customers." One of the important pieces of context is that Salesforce has been downsizing their sales team over the past 2 years, so there is clearly a lot of excitement around this new product line. Of course, the joke everyone is making on Twitter is some variation of what Thomas Smalley wrote: Salesforce hires 1,000 salespeople to sell their AI salesperson. Just writing that out sounds like a joke. But still, I think it's a really positive sign that there's so much demand that this is the actual direction they're headed. Meanwhile, over in Elon world, X is testing a free version of xAI's Grok chatbot. Until now, the AI features of X have been only available to paying customers. However, over the weekend, it seems that Grok was available to free users in select markets. TechCrunch confirmed that all of New Zealand had access to Grok, and it seems that Australia also has access. Now, usage is limited with 30 text queries every 2 hours and 3 image analysis questions per day, but there's still a lot of excitement. Dr. Warface writes, "If Grok becomes free, I will delete ChatGPT." Over in the land of Google, according to the Wall Street Journal, Google News exec Salish Prakash has resigned. The resignation comes as news publishers rethink their relationship with big tech in the AI era. Publishers have seen traffic and revenues decline, with many blaming AI for serving content summaries rather than driving clicks. The issue has become even more contentious with Google rolling out their AI overviews globally. Prakash was originally brought in 2 years ago from the Washington Post to bridge the gap between the two industries, and therefore many are wondering if his departure is a signal that the relationship is souring even further. Then again, there are clearly structural changes underway at Google following a year marked with losses in antitrust lawsuits, so it's hard to know exactly what's going on. One other interesting story out of Google: the company's DeepMind division has unexpectedly released AlphaFold 3. The source code and model weights for the protein folding AI are now available for Academy use, which could further accelerate scientific progress in drug development. The surprise announcement comes weeks after the system's creators, Demis Hassabis and John Jumper, were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for their groundbreaking model. AlphaFold 3 seems like another paradigm shift for biological science. Version 2 could accurately predict protein structure based on nothing but their amino acid sequence. The new version can also model the complex interactions between proteins, DNA, RNA, and small molecules. This should massively expand its usefulness in drug discovery and disease treatment. Traditional methods of studying these interactions often take months of lab work with no guarantee of success. This marks an important shift in computational biology. AI methods now outperform our best physics-based models in understanding how molecules interact. Essentially, AlphaFold has gone from a specialized tool to a more general Swiss Army knife for researching molecular biology. Over in the market realm, US companies are set to spend $30 billion on data centers as AI drives a construction boom. That amount has more than doubled since 2022 when ChatGPT was first released. Data center investment is now bigger than every other major infrastructure category, including hospitals, schools, hotels, and transportation. It was a smaller category than each of these until late last year. Investment manager KKR believes the trend is exponential, expecting it to hit $250 billion per year globally within the next 3 to 4 years. Although stick around for our main story, as there could be some implications on that front. That, however, is going to do it for today's headlines. Next up, the main episode.